8:15. Welcome back to ARC Salt Lake. Utah's redistricting process has taken a unique turn.
Yeah, the latest move comes from the Utah Republican Party. They put forward their own plans that could ultimately allow lawmakers to decide the future of congressional maps instead of a committee. And with the latest, we have Elizabeth Rasmussen from Better Boundaries joining us. So there are different deadlines, but what does it mean that the lawmakers made that decision?
Overall, it's not a good thing for Utah. They're using a process that was made for citizens to check the legislature to then give more power to the legislature without the citizens ever taking a vote on it. So we're pretty concerned with what's happening here, and so we're just encouraging people not to sign the petitions that are going out right now.
So how can they do that, though? I mean, this has already been to a vote of the people.
Wasn't it Prop 4? How does this relate to Prop 4?
So Prop 4, yes, it was passed in 2018, went through all the processes. This is an initiative. It's called an indirect initiative that requires half the amount of signatures, and it doesn't ever go to your ballot. It goes to the legislature to vote up or down on, which would happen next legislative session. It's a process that a lot of people haven't heard of, and honestly, something that we're not sure if it is legal. So that's why there's this lawsuit that's now come about, another one. We're just going through lawsuits to see. I don't know. We'll just see what happens there. But
And didn't Prop 4 say that a committee of non-lawmakers had to redraw the boundaries?
Yes, so Prop 4, it did institute a committee, and the committee didn't have the final say, but it did provide recommendations to the legislature, and the legislature could take them or they could tweak them, but at the end of the day, the legislature still had the final say in the map.
Okay, so this indirect initiative requires, 70,000 signatures?
Yes, correct. About 70,000 signatures, and those have to be gathered by November 15th.
And who's behind that effort?
We have the Utah Republican Party. They've sent out emails now showing that they are the ones who have started this effort, as well as some members of the state not lawmakers, but politicians. We have the Attorney General who also signed on it. So it seems to be a coordinated effort between some of the politicians in the party.
Okay, so another signature gathering process needs 150,000 signatures, and that's to throw out Map C.
Yes.
Okay, what's Map C?
So Map C is the map that the legislature chose to submit to the court, and the court can decide whether or not to implement Map C, or the plaintiffs in the case who are also involved, they've submitted a couple maps to the court. The court can decide those. So if the map becomes our map and this other referendum is successful, then that map will be recalled, and we'd have to kind of go through the process again. Still kind of unclear on what would happen next.
It sounds like most people, their heads are probably spinning over all of this. It's complicated.
It really is very complicated, and we're trying our best to educate, but even we're still trying to get our heads around it. A lot of it's fast moving. So
okay, so there's a petition that needs 70,000 signatures and another one that needs 150. Which are you supporting?
Well, the referendum process with Map C, I mean, you have every right to do that. I mean, it might be a little tricky because Map C technically isn't our map yet. But we're most concerned about this indirect initiative because that's the one that doesn't go to the people. It doesn't go to the ballot, which is a problem.
So who's out collecting these signatures?
They have a national firm that they brought in to gather signatures, and they'll be gathering signatures. They have to do it after their hearings, which will be on Saturday. They have public hearings anyone can go to across the state, and then signature gathering will probably happen after that.
Okay, and that's the indirect initiative.
And that's the indirect initiative. The referendum, they can start gathering now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so where people are going to pop up to have you sign this initiative? How do they go about doing that?
Just from what I've learned from previous signature gathering efforts, usually they can be anywhere from like grocery store parking lots. They can go door to door. They can really approach you anywhere.
And these people are being paid to get the signatures.
Yes, correct. I mean, there are some volunteer efforts that will likely happen, but we do know that they are using paid services because how can you even get to that number without having some sort of paid service?
Yeah. And you say there are some high-level GOP Republican lawmakers involved in this. Are they helping out, or why did they bring a national company in? Why are they so vested in this map?
Really great question. I mean, we were hoping they'd just respect the will of the people and work through the process. But at the end of the day, they are saying that they want the legislature to have sole authority over the redistricting process. Well, we're saying that there should be a check on that sole authority so they don't have that incentive to draw it to their favor. And so that's the main crux of the argument right now.
They can wiggle the lines to fit to who they want to get elected.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's to stop another signature process from popping up as we go through this
Make
one?
it more confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that could stop that. And so we just encourage people to be educated on the issues and know what they're signing before they sign.
Okay, so let's just sit back a little bit. What is happening here? Obviously, someone just doesn't want to change the way things are now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, that's a really great way to put it. The legislature has been clear that they don't want Prop 4 to be law. And the Utah Republican Party has come out and said that they don't want it either, the leadership in the party. And then we're seeing some members of our elected space, like the Attorney General, who's also signed this. And so it's concerning to see this coordinated effort to try to take away the will of everyday people from just some of these party elites.
Well, who's all in your group?
So we're a nonprofit, and then we also have groups that we're supporting through the lawsuit financially. So we have Mormon Women for Ethical Government and the League of Women Voters of Utah, as well as just some individuals who saw what was happening and said it was wrong.
Well, there's a lot of money behind all of this, too.
Yeah, I mean, things like this can get expensive, and so that's always part of it, but we're really happy to say that we're primarily a grassroots Utah-funded organization.
Where can people go for information? What's the website?
It's betterboundaries.org.
Betterboundaries.org. Okay, thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, thank you so
we
much. Appreciate it.
that.